Hello everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart84, and today in this video we're looking at my cherry of the Rio Grande, which is Eugenia Aggregata. Now this is a plant I think I bought from Italy about 18 months ago before Brexit, when we could still bring them in. And I got it from an Italian nursery, and in the first winter it unfortunately lost all of its leaves, or nearly all its leaves, and just sort of suffered dieback and got all these bare stems. But we had a bit of a rescue operation on it, and I did a bare rooting on it and washed the roots off of any of the original heavy soil and repotted it, and it recovered quite nicely last summer, as you can see. And it's got this beautiful sort of actually it's very guava-like with this sort of smooth skin on where the bark's peeled off on it. But it's a nice looking, it's quite a nice looking plant now, so I've decided it deserves to be repotted into a larger pot, see if we can get it really going this year, because they're quite slow growing, or certainly in our climate. Now they do apparently like, I think I've read or heard several people saying they like quite an acidic soil, so I'm going to put them into the sorry, some in the background, got a chainsaw going again. I'm going to put it into a sort of 511 citrus mix, which is basically orchid bark, perlite, and peat. I'm using moss peat because I want a more acidic mix for this and for the citrus. So I'm hoping that will prove acidic enough for it. It looks pretty healthy, and I will mix some granular slow release fertiliser into the soil as well. So I'll flip the camera around and we'll have a look for a suitable sized pot to move it into. I don't want to go too large because I don't want to have any root rot issues with it, although these do like a lot damper soil. They can take a lot more watering than some of the other tropicals and are less prone to getting root rot issues, as long as the soil's reasonably free draining. So without more delay, I'll flip the camera around and we'll have a look and do a very quick repotting. Well, welcome back to the second part of the video. I'm not going to go too massive on the pot. It's going up roughly from that size to that size. That should be enough. Be plenty of nutrients in the new compost mix. I've got to say one thing about this cherry of the Rio Grande: it doesn't seem to have any, I've not seen any mealybugs, scale insects, or at least nothing noticeable on it. Just, if anything, a couple have dropped off other plants, but they don't seem to be particularly interested in it. So I'll just put a little bit of compost in this pot. Have a look at the height. Let's have a look at it out. I'll just pop it out of the pot because I'm interested to see what the roots are like on it. Not bad. Yeah, you can see, I think you can probably make out the roots on it. It's very dry at the moment, probably too dry. I should have kept a bit more water than this, but we'll give it a good watering once it's potted into here. Sometimes you're better off to keep these tropicals a bit too dry than a bit too wet. You don't particularly want to end up with a root rot, because that's very hard to fix, and you can always water them when if they start to sag a bit. You can normally see the leaves droop and give them a watering before they get too far and the roots get desiccated. But from experience, I'm learning slightly too dry is definitely much better than too wet. So that's nicely repotted. We're going to give that a spray with a water hose in a minute. See if we can get that established. I'm not going to put it back inside the kitchen because they're quite tough, and I think that we've got rid of the most of the cold weather this year. It doesn't look likely we'll get any more frosts, so I can always bring it inside if there's a likelihood of a very late frost, but I don't think that's going to happen. So that's my cherry of the Rio Grande, Eugenia Aggregata, if you wish to have a look at on Google to see what they look like. It's one of the tropical cherries. It's not like the European hardy cherries. So I'm hoping eventually that I will see some flowers and fruits on it, but I think they're quite slow to reach flowering size apparently. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, much appreciate it. Please give me a thumbs up, welcome to share it, Obviously subscribe to my channel if anything I'm doing interests you. Please do remember to click on the bell if you'd like updates on new videos as they come out, and if you want to ask any questions I'll try and answer them if it's within my knowledge. So thanks for watching, much appreciate it, and I'll catch up with you in the next video. Brett out for now.